YouTube. What's going on? Appreciate y'all watching the video. What's going on? What's going on? Hold on, y'all. You know I gotta turn the APU on. I should have had it on already. What's going on? I'm waiting for some people to get in here. What's going on? So y'all not gonna run, huh? I've been on Facebook, been on YouTube, and guys and gals out here parking their trucks. I get it. It feels good to stiff the man, right? It feels good to stiff the man. You just set up your Fidelity account. Thanks to you, the info, I'm only 25 now on operating. Man, that's good, Brandon. 757 Virginia. That's real good, man. Parked for two and a half weeks now. Hey, you do your thing, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. Hey, park your truck. Act like you don't have minimum expenses. Act like your house paid for. I know maybe one or two of y'all that watch my videos that's got to pay for a house. Everything paid for. Truck, trailer, house paid for. You got $150,000 cash in the bank. You just gonna sit your damn truck. Okay, fine. I've been reading the comments on YouTube and stuff like that. Guys boasting about, man, I ain't running my truck. I ain't running my truck. Man, I'm just gonna tell y'all need to put that pride aside. Y'all need to stop this. Y'all need to stop it. Okay? Y'all need to stop it. Because I've been reading the comments, guys talking about, man, I ain't running my truck. My truck paid for. These rates are too cheap. Man, the rate's been cheap. The rate's been cheap for the last 20 years. I don't know what you're talking about. I know some of y'all new to trucking, but rates been cheap for about 20 some years now. So now the rates that are out here, I think they're about the lowest I've seen since I've been in trucking. They're about the lowest I've seen, but you can still make some money. I mean, this week, I didn't even try hard this week. And I'm probably gonna make about $3,000 gross this week. Now, $3,000 gross ain't a ton of money. It ain't. But I'd rather make that money than to burn through hold on. Man, I get the sun beaming in here. I'd rather make that money than park my truck because I'm trying to showboat on Facebook. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Okay, I have to be true to myself, and You know, you got guys talking about, well, guys can't park their truck because they got a bunch of debt and they got investments and like, and it's a couple YouTubers that that's saying this mess, and I'm like, you need to stop lying. You need to stop lying because this particular YouTuber, I haven't never ever seen him talk about any type of investment outside of him driving that truck. If anybody can talk about parking that truck, it's me. You know? But the thing is, I'm a businessman. And at the end of the day, I'm a businessman. It don't make sense for me to park my truck to boast about it on Facebook or YouTube to say, nah, I ain't running the freight out here. Just because I'm trying to show off that I can park my truck and act like I don't need to make no money. I'd rather make some money than to burn through some reserves. I still got groceries at the house. I still got child support. I still got bills at the house. I know some of y'all gonna act like y'all house are paid for. Some of y'all, I know maybe out of like 100 of y'all, maybe 1 or 2 of y'all got to pay for a house. 1 or 2. Most of y'all rent. Okay, most of y'all rent. Most guys, they got a Charger, a Challenger at the house, a Silverado pickup truck with an $800 a month truck payment, and you get what I'm saying? And so you just gonna park your truck. You not gonna move not one load. You ain't gonna come out here and just move just one load just to cover your minimum expenses. I mean, like I said, I came out here, I ain't even tried. I came out here with the hopes of just making about 12 or 1300 just to cover my minimum expenses. Man, the sun. I came out here with the hopes of just making maybe 12 or 1300 just to cover my minimum expenses. But then once I got out here, I bumped into a couple decent loads, and I ain't even really moved the truck that much. And I'm gonna make $3,000 this week. After expenses, I'm probably gonna net maybe 1900. I mean, yeah, maybe like 1800 or so. And so all you guys, and I'm a businessman, okay? And some of you guys are caught up in the emotion of parking your truck. I'm gonna park my truck. I ain't pulling that. Acting like as if your house is paid for. So, when all this stuff turn around, you know how hard you're gonna have to run to make up for a month, 2 months of you not running. You gotta run 3 times as hard. Instead of just coming out here, taking it easy, maybe you're not gonna do $5,000 a week, maybe you're not gonna do 6, but at least come out here and cover your minimums, run 2-3 loads and park the truck. But some of y'all just ain't running at all and boasting about it. And the guys that I see boasting about it, they don't have no plan B or C or D. It's a couple YouTubers that's parking their truck, and I'm like, I never heard this particular person talk nothing about an investment that he has that's giving him enough money to live outside of his truck. Like I said, if anybody can say that, it's me, because I got rental properties. But I don't spend that money. That money just piles up into an account ready to make the next deal. Until I get like 10 properties, I'm not living off that money. I'm not spending that money. Um, it's y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. And I gotta be 100 with y'all. I gotta be real with y'all. Y'all need to stop this, man. Y'all a trip. You know, and a lot of these guys out here, I know damn well most guys out here, the only source of income that they have is their damn truck. That's it. So if your truck stop moving, you parking your truck, you don't have another source of income to back up all the other stuff. Okay? Okay, you might have some savings. You might have some savings, 20,000 in the bank. Okay, fine. But why sit there and eat through that money when you can just come out here and move 1 or 2 loads so that you don't burn through your reserves? Hell, if you just do $2,000 for a week and you net like 800. 800 is like better than not running at all. That's just the business side of me. That makes sense to me. That just makes sense to me. I don't understand y'all. Y'all are a trip, man. Y'all are a trip. But that's how I see things. This is my opinion. You know. And that's the difference between truck drivers and businessmen. You know? I mean, that's just my opinion. That just makes sense to me. That just makes cold-hearted, straight up and down sense. I mean, that just makes pure, straight up sense to me. I don't know any way to put it. You know? I mean, between all of my accounts, and I'm not trying to brag, I'm just trying to make a point here. Between all of my accounts, I probably got maybe $65,000 in cash. I could park my truck if I wanted to. I could, you know. But the business side of me is like, nah, man, that's stupid. Go out here, move a couple of loads around just to cover your minimum, so you don't burn through. You don't burn through cash. You know. In accounting, and financing, they have this term called burn rate. That is a financial term, burn rate. You want to slow your burn rate. In this economy right now, you want to slow your burn rate. I mean, that's just how I see things. So that's just what's on my mind right now. Brandon from 7577. Mutual funds or stocks? Mutual funds, man. It depends on what you're trying to do. But mutual funds for a working class person is your best. It's your best thing to get into. This is my opinion. I wouldn't mess with stocks. You know, the difference between mutual funds and stocks is just a matter of strategic calculations. Okay, that's just all it is. If you invest in a mutual fund may have 1,000 stocks in it. Okay, it's got 1,000 stocks in it, and you're more diversified. Okay, if something happens to 3 or 4 of those stocks in that mutual fund, you got 900 other stocks to balance everything out. Okay, and so I have money in stocks. Okay, I got money in stocks, but that's not all my money. Okay, that's not you shouldn't have all your wealth tied up in some stocks, 1 or 2 stocks. Okay, you know, when I invest in stocks, it's more of a casual kind of thing. It's like I'll have maybe 10 stocks and I have maybe $5,000. I have $5,000 in there. Okay, I have $5,000 in there, but that's not all. You don't want all your money tied up. So that it's just a casual thing. And if I see a deal somewhere, when I see a stock split or something like that, or like a stock price drop, and I want to get in on the fund, okay, I go in there and buy a couple stocks, man. You know, a stock is going for $20 a share. 2 weeks ago, it was $150 a share. I'm gonna buy that. I don't know. I'm gonna buy it. It's just a casual thing when I'm looking at stocks. Mutual funds are long-term goals, retirement, stuff like that. So that's kind of the deal when it comes to mutual funds and stocks. You know, stocks are like a short-term goal, casual kind of situation. Sammy said, I got an SF5 truck, so I'm running. Yeah, but if you running with Snyder, you pulling contract freight. So the rates over at Snyder are relatively stable. You know, them rates are set over a year or two because those contracts are locked in. But as far as on the choice board, what you're seeing, Snyder may adjust those rates according to market freight, but they're holding the cards because they have the contracts that's paying them $4 and $5 a mile. Okay, so Brandon said, I'm not gonna lie, I parked my truck since January. I'm a company on 1099. Well, you gotta go into detail because that don't make sense. It just don't make sense. So you parking your truck for 4 months, man? That don't even make no sense. I'm sorry. It's only certain instances where you can do that. Like if you run freight up in Alaska and you run 4 or 5 months out the year or something like that, and you pull in you know, up there in Antarctica, you know, down in Antarctica or something, or you pulling freight across the Sahara Desert or something like that, and you do that for 5-6 months out the year, and you make 300,000-400,000 in for 4 or 6 months. Yeah, that makes sense. But if you over here pulling regular general freight in America, you to make it worth your time and worth your while, and make this thing make sense. It's like, okay, you're gonna have to run like at least 9-10 months out the year, 11 months out the year. I mean, that's just the truth. Unless you just don't have no responsibilities, you have no house, nothing, you have no dreams, and it's getting to a point where a lot of these guys out here, I'm thinking, the only reason I'm thinking like they're really guys, I'm thinking this guys out here that's got a truck, they're really not really using a truck to what it's meant to be used for. They just got a truck just to have a truck. I'm getting, there's some guys out here just in the trucking for the lifestyle. They just want their own truck just to say they got their own truck. They ain't making no money. I mean, they ain't really making no money at all. It's just, to me, I mean, they're not making enough money to really say it's worth talking about. You can't say yourself, oh, I'm in business, I got my own business, I got my own truck, but then you can't go and buy property. You can't go and give somebody a job opportunity. You can't move, you can't go out here and make real moves, man. There ain't no money. You can make more money at McDonald's, man. It's like guys run, I talk to some guys, they run 2 days a week. I'm like, you run 2 days a week? You got your own truck? What? You can go get a company, you can go find a part-time company driver job doing that, man. Why you go get your own truck for? To run 2 days a week? That don't. What? I don't understand. I don't get that. I really don't get it. I'm very new to trucking compared to most. I'm not just about the dollars I'm risking getting sick, getting my family sick. You're not gonna get sick, man. I mean, you gotta stop watching the news. You're not gonna get sick. You sanitize your truck. You go to a place. You use your own pen when you pick up a load, and you wear gloves and you put on a mask. I mean, most of y'all going to a grocery store anyway. Most of y'all going out and doing stuff anyway. Just take your time and do stuff, man. And like, you know, I mean, me personally, you got a greater chance getting in an accident than catching this coronavirus stuff. I mean, that's real talk. It's just the numbers. It's just the numbers. But see, the news gonna make it as if it's so bad to where people are dying on the street. That's how they're making it out to be. People are dying on the street. For every out of 100 people, 50 people are dying on the street. That's how they're making the coronavirus seem like, when it's a very small number in proportion to the population. You know, out of 100 people, one person would have coronavirus. That number is kind of, that's just me. I'm a numbers nerd. I'm a strategic, calculating numbers type person, and so I move my life. I move my life that way. I don't know, So, not saying that you can't get it, but you just use your common sense. Like hand sanitizer, and you clean your truck down. You wipe your truck down when you get in and out of it. You wear gloves when you go to a place. And some places you don't even talk to nobody. Like this place here, you pull up to the gate and you hit the button on the gate and you check in like that, and they tell you go to a door and you come around and you get the bills. Like, I don't want to seem cocky, but I mean that's just you don't want to overthink this thing. It's because folk acting like it's airborne and like you shouldn't go outside, and it's this fear mongering that they doing out here. I'm like, man, this is worse than the doggone Patriot Act. It's worse than the doggone Patriot Act. It's just another form of fear mongering. And so now, along with the TSA to get on the airplane, they're gonna be worrying about, along with the TSA, instead of they worrying about people blowing up airplanes, now they're worrying about people getting sick. So now when you go to the airport, you're gonna have to get in a disinfectant bath or something, or go through a X-ray machine that kills germs. Then you go through the TSA. And it's just, I'm like, damn, man, damn. I mean, flying a plane used to be fun. Traveling used to be fun. It ain't fun no more. I don't know. I just, it's common sense. I don't know. No, I'm not saying you're not trying to prove a point, but the people that I'm watching on Facebook and on YouTube, I truly believe that a lot of folk trying to prove a point that they don't have to run, And I know one guy, his house is paid for. His car's paid for. He got a couple dollars in the bank. I know he can sit his truck because he's good. I know he got a couple dollars in the bank. His house paid for, cars paid for. All he got is insurance and regular insurance and utilities and stuff like that, and regular bills. He don't have a whole bunch of debt. And so, but all these other guys out here boasting, talking about I'm sitting home, I'm staying home. Like, why? You know, you can still make some money out here. Finna turn my SF5 truck in early and go to the dealership. I told y'all to get a 1-year lease when you go over to Snyder. I told y'all that. Kenneth said rates ain't now. If you haul it at these rates, it ain't going up. Yeah, but I ain't saying come out here and run 5-6 days straight. I'm just saying, like, it don't make business sense. I'm purely just talking about business sense. And I doubt any of you guys did the hard calculations. A lot of you guys just talking off the top of y'all head. Because none of you guys, you know, really, you just look at the rate and say, oh, no, I ain't pulling that. Like, hell, you might make some money if you run it. Shit. I mean, damn. You didn't even do the hard calculations. Okay? Like this week, I'm probably gonna do about $3,000 this week. I spent $450 on fuel. I got about 700 in fixed expenses. 700 a week in fixed expenses, plus $450 in fuel. Okay, you do 3,000 minus what is that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's $1,100 in fixed. Let's say $1,200 in fixed expenses. So I'll take home like $1,700. That's about much money I made at Snyder. That's about what I made at Snyder. When I was at Snyder, I made anywhere between $1,500 to $2,200 a week, and that's running hard. I didn't even run hard this week. I just ran a bunch of short loads, paying like $400. A bunch of short loads, paying about $400, and I'm not happy about it. By all means, I'm not happy about it. But however, I don't want to spend money that I don't have to. I'd rather go out here, make a little bit of money, and then I have to worry about spending no money. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I'm a businessman. That's just how I roll. I know I'm gonna piss off like 99% of y'all. Maybe out of 100 of y'all, maybe 2 or 3 of y'all probably agree with me. But I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I'm used to being a different kind of thinker. I'm a different kind of thinking dude. If you go through all my videos, I don't think like nobody else. You're not gonna find nobody thinking like me. You know, maybe 1 or 2 other guys. You know, this is how I feel, man. It's just what it is. Luther, here go Luther. What's going on, Luther? What's going on? Luther said, at these rates, you're gonna tap into your savings. No, you won't. No, you won't. For all you guys that got paid for trucks, there's no reason for you guys to be parked. There's no reason for you to be parking your truck, because you the ones if your equipment is paid for, truck and trailer paid for, those the guys that can come out here and make some money. You guys can make a $400 load work because you guys got paid for trucks. You know. And just like I said, like, see, Luther right here said, at these rates, you're going to tap into your savings. No, you won't. No, you won't. You know what you're talking about. like I just said before, a lot of you guys didn't even use a calculator to even see that that you can actually make some money. And so that's right there. And I just did the math for y'all. I told y'all I did $3,000 this week. I told y'all. I spent about $450. Let me get my fuel because I fueled up one time this week. I only fueled up one time this week. Only fueled up one time. Yeah, I spent $433 yesterday. I spent $30 in DEF and $402 in fuel. See that? It's the receipt. 400 and it's the only fuel I bought for the whole week because I was running short loads all week. Running short loads all week. And so I was running loads that was going like 30 miles, 50 miles, go to a place, and ain't really move the truck much. Didn't move the truck at all. I sit up there and watch the board, and I'm looking for loads that's going like 20, 30, 40, 50 miles. Okay. And I'll book that load and go over there, get that load, sit on it, run the load, deliver it, sit up there, wait for another short load going 20, 30, 40, 50 miles. Ain't really moved the truck. But if you listen to Luther and all these guys out here talking about, nah, you gonna tap into your savings. What? Y'all need to y'all need to keep a spreadsheet on your truck. That's what it is. That NBR oil stock went from 0.20 to $12 overnight yesterday. $200 worth of shares would have made a person 10K on that. Oh yeah? Damn. You in California? I still do that 1099. I park my truck until I get home. I'm parked, my house paid for. I'm going to draw employment until it dries up. See, that's a plan right there. Big Poppy. See, that's a plan. All right. See, that's a plan. See. But see, Big Poppy, most people are not in your position. Okay. Most people are not in that position. And see, what Big Poppy said? He parked his truck, house paid for, and he gonna draw unemployment. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the kind of dude that would draw unemployment and run. That's the kind of dude I am. I'm that kind of dude. Because when you self-employed, it's like, man, I can go down there and get unemployment and still come out here and work when you self-employed. You know what I mean? Shoot, get the free money. So, Prince Diamond said, all the better for you, 404. Letter 404, glad to see you out there still running. Big Poppy said, I have retirement income. Okay, what type of retirement income? Because, like, obviously you're not retired because you're still running the truck. I mean, you got to realize who you're talking to. You're not talking to a stupid dude over here. I'm not stupid. So if you're quote unquote Big Poppy, you quote unquote retired. Okay, if you're retired, why are you still driving the truck? People who are retired, they don't work. You see what I'm saying? See, people like to boast, man. They like to come on social media and post and boast. They're boasting. That's what I'm noticing about guys out here. They trying to boast, to show off. That's what they're doing. I got retirement income, but I'm still working. What assets do you have that generate retirement income? You got mutual funds. You got $1 million in mutual funds. You got some real estate. You got a business that you own that runs itself outside of you working in it. You own some shares. You own a partnership in a business or something. You own some interest in a business. You own. What is it that you own that's able to generate? You ex-military. You an ex-state worker. You retired congressman. What assets do you have that's generate you a retirement income? And like people, and that's the deal. Like people don't know what being. A lot of people out here don't know what being financially independent. Folk out here don't know what it is to be retired. They don't know the definition of being retired, and they don't know the definition of net, having a net positive net worth. They don't know what it is to have those things. I was planning on parking my truck, grab the load so I'd be on the move. Yeah, man, that's, big bro Joe, what's going on? Good video, bro, but they lying. Maybe this week, next week, but after that, they will be chasing the load. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. We gotta stop lying out here. Y'all lying out here. Cause I know most of y'all rent a place. Most of y'all rent a place. Most of y'all don't got to pay for a house. Okay, I know that because I talked to a lot of guys out here. I know that for sure. Lamar, which played in platform we had for. Dude, there's a monster killing people. Why run around in a truck just to make minimum wage? Foolish. Big Poppy, that's an emotional statement. There you go with that emotional statement, talking about it's a monster out there killing people. I mean, the reality is you got a better chance falling down some stairs at your house than to catch this coronavirus. That's just the numbers. I mean, that's just the truth. But like I said before, the news wants you to believe that this coronavirus is so bad, people are dying on the street, like in droves. Like when you step outside your door, that's just people just laid all out on the road. No, it ain't that bad, man. This corona only represents like not even 1%. Hold on. Let me do the math here. How many cases they got? What, they got like 1 million cases now? 800 cases? 800,000 cases? It's 350,000 people in America divided by 900,000. Hold on. Back up. 350 million people divided by it's not even 1, 1, 2. It's like 0.2%. It's 0.2%. So we out here doing all this because of 0.2% of the population got a sickness. More people got cancer. More people got diabetes. More people got high blood pressure than this junk. You know? And I don't want to downplay it. I don't want to downplay it. But we got to understand, like, a lot of you guys don't read. I know a lot of you guys don't read. So when the government does stuff, you have no context in which the playing field, which they're coming from. They've done this before. Back in 15th century, they've done this before. Like, they'll put out a disease on purpose, okay? Or they won't even really do it. They'll just say they did it. They'll say they did it, and you'll believe that they did it, and then you will be at home scared. Knowledge is power. I'm just gonna tell you. I mean, now I'm not saying that you go out here and just be stupid, but like I said, you wash your hands, you clean down your truck, you wear gloves, you put on a mask. That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. Nothing but a bunch of doggone fear mongering. They've been doing this shit for centuries, man. This is chess, man, not checkers. This is chess. This is a chess game out here. Y'all think this stuff out here is it's a joke. They playing y'all, man. Y'all here playing people. They put this stuff on the news, on the doggone news, and they play it all day to get in your doggone head. They play in your head all day long. Coronavirus, corona, stay home. Corona, stay home. I'm like, more bread for you for watch stressing. Big Papi, you starting to sound like the doggone news. Stay home. And see, the thing is, like, only a handful of people get what I'm saying. Only a handful of people get what I'm saying. You know, this ain't nothing new out here. This is a game out here that they playing, man. It's a game. All this is a way to facilitate government spending. Okay, that's all it is. The government don't make nothing. Their job is to print money and facilitate government spending. That's the only job of the government. What about CDs at a bank? CDs are trash, man. CDs don't do nothing. The only time I would mess with a CD unless somebody died in your family and you don't know what to do with the money and you just want to park the money, you just want to put the money in the bank somewhere, put it in a CD for 12 months until you can get your mind together. But other than that, CDs are garbage. CDs are not a long-term retirement vehicle. Trumpsters follow your leader and drink disinfectant. What do you have to lose? 844, what are some decent mutual funds to look at? Right off the top of my head, I don't know none. I have to log on to my account. Now, off the top of my head, Because I really don't check my mutual funds all the time. I don't think anybody should, because mutual funds are a long-term retirement goal. So 30, 40 years, you shouldn't be looking at them all the time. Lamar, what trading platform? I'm making more morning now. What? I have no expenses than with my own truck for right now. No house, no car, no kids, no wife. Of course, of course, of course. Travon, what's going on, man? I just pulled a load from Salt Village, Illinois to Columbia, Missouri. 405 miles for 780. 757 was the freight weight. So bad, it's sad, but $780, that ain't bad, man. That you ain't killing it, but I'd rather do that than to stay home, man. At least you're making some money. I can make money with that load. 400 miles, you're gonna spend about 150 bucks on fuel. Fuel is about $2 a gallon right now, so you're gonna spend about $150 on fuel. And how much you said? 780. Let's see, 780, 6.5. Yeah, you ain't gonna kill it. God knows the rates are not the best out here, but it's better than eating through your doggone money, especially if you got kids. Oh man, you got a wife and kids at the house. Shoot, you just gonna eat through your money. You just gonna eat through it. Your wife and your kids gonna be hitting you up for $1,500 a week, whether you run your truck or not. You gotta feed them kids. You gotta throw your wife some money. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, man. Brandon said I still clear $1,500 to $2,300 a week. Sure you can. Bro Joe said, I like you, bro, but them numbers you going off is wrong. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, God knows they're not the best money in the world, but for right now, I mean, it's all good. I mean, I did what I could. I mean, it is what it is. Luther Hines said, what do you say to owner operating their own truck right now at a loss? What else you gonna do? Luther Haynes, what else you gonna do? You gonna not run your truck or sit home? It's like, what else you gonna do? You gonna run your truck. That's just what it is. Either you run your truck or you stay home. I'm not the kind of dude to sit home. I'm not a sit home kind of dude. Like I'm just not that kind of dude. Like I gotta be doing something. I never been that way. I'm not that kind of person. So just not that kind of dude. And that's just what it is, man. Ain't nobody out here running at a loss. The only way you be running at a loss unless you got a lot of damn expenses. And so you ain't running at no loss. Stop putting that garbage out here, Luther. You sound just like Trump and this coronavirus out here. Oh, you running $1 a mile. You running at a loss. You're not running at no loss. Stop saying that. You can learn how to use a calculator. But it's all good. I'm used to it now. I always I'm the kind of dude I think outside the box. And when I be talking to people, I always get into arguments with people because I don't think like most people, and so that's just what it is. A life is still a life. What you saying? I don't know what you're saying. Over 50,000 people died right now in the U.S. Man, every time I go on Facebook, another person I know died. Someone, mother, father died. You had to get 100 weeks. I'm looking to get my own authority. Who should I go? You can get your own authority yourself, man. You just go onto the FMCSA website and you file for your authority. It's $300. Cost per day. Let me see. It feels good to not have a payment. Island trucker. First, know your numbers. 404. You like the Dave Ramsey trucker. You different. You living like no one else. So later you can live like no one else. Once you know that, you will be surprised what you could run for. I know, right? A lot of guys, they get caught up in their emotions. They don't even bother calculating to even try. They just be like, no, I ain't running my truck. $500 for 400 miles. I ain't doing that. I ain't running my truck. No. $400 to go 400 miles? No, I ain't doing that. No, I ain't doing that. Other than Progressive, anybody know trucking insurance for new startup authority? Progressive numbers. The only company I say is OIDA. When you got a fresh DOT number, OIDA, that's all I can say. Until you get a year or two under your authority, it's really nowhere else to go, man. All these insurance companies gonna be hitting you up, boy. Shoot. Facts for the government running the same plays out of the same playbook. Yeah, I know. But most people, they don't read and they don't understand what I'm saying. And so I sound crazy when I talk about 15th century. I sound crazy when I talk about um, um, all the stuff that went down back in 13th, 14th, 15th century. Still with Ohio. 44, did you get your PP loan check yet? No, I ain't get it yet. I ain't get that PP loan yet. I applied and I ain't heard nothing back from him. I haven't heard nothing back from him, so I don't know. Is Ryder a good place to get a truck? Did you need a trailer with your new authority? Stay away from Ryder. I got all the info I need for my authority, but I'm still researching and waiting the hoax out. Plus, I want to get rid of this high overhead Snyder truck I got. I'm glad y'all making money in these stocks, man. Somebody made $10,000. Celadon is liquidating their trailers. Oh yeah, 4K for a trailer? Big face, what's going on? What's going on? I got a green light, man. It's time for me to get out of here. He needs facts. Why should he stay away from Ryder? Come on now. Facts. Come on with the details. Need more details. But yeah, man, that's just how I feel about this whole thing, man. I just, you know, I know people don't want to get the coronavirus. I don't want to get it neither. You know. But I think if you just take your time, keep your head on the swivel, and I mean, I think we'll be all right out here. I think we'll be all right out here. I think we'll be all right out here. Wash your hands, clean your truck, keep your truck clean, keep your steering wheel clean, clean your door handles, wear gloves, and put on a mask, man. That's all you can do. Oh, okay. I got a green light, man. It's time for me to get out of here. I got to go out here and get in this corona. I'm trolling. What's the average cash flow for a property down there in the $50,000 range? You asked me that same question before. Is the amount of money you make on a property is all dependent on how you buy it. The amount of money you make on a property all depends on how you buy it. So the whole deal, hold on. The whole thing with buying anything like real estate, a car, a truck, starting a business, you want to try to get it as cheap as possible. And so you don't want to shop. You don't want to shop for anything by price. You want to have an open mind. You want to have an open mind, and you want to have an open mind and try to find the best deal as possible. You never know. If you go out there and start shopping around, you might find a property for $15,000. You might bump into somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, find a deal for $15,000. You never know. And so, like somebody told me, What you want to do is just get out there and look. Just get out there and look. You never know what you'll find out there. Because the properties I got, the only reason that I have them is all because the properties that I have, I just stumble into them. I just stumbled into them. There's no specific system that I use, or it ain't no, it's just I got out there, I just looked around, talked to people, networked with people a little bit, and then I bumped into somebody and I seen a listing over here, called them up and say, hey, and just made a deal. I mean, it's not that complicated. And so, you don't want to shop by a dollar amount. So the main thing you want to do is use a formula. That's the best thing I can do. That's the best thing I can suggest. Just have a formula in the system. So that way, when you buy a property, you know how much you're going to rent it out. You're going to know what your expenses are. Do some research and find out how much insurance is going to cost. How much a landlord policy is going to cost you. I'm trying to pull up here and get out this sun. Do your research. It's just like getting a truck, man. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's not that complicated. Damn sun, man. So when you go out here and you're looking at a property, you go out here and look at a property, right? Okay, my whole thing is, okay, there are a few rules that I go by, basic concept rules that I go by when I'm looking at a property. Okay. It's not necessarily 50,000, 40,000, 20,000, 100,000. That don't have nothing to do with it. You want to have a formula so you can understand, okay, how much you're going to be able to rent the property and be able to, and how soon can you get your money back? Okay. So with that being said, it's like, okay, if a property, if it costs 100,000 to get a property, okay, how soon can you get your money back? Okay, so if it takes, typically I want to get my money back in about 3 years. I want to get my money back in under 3 years. Okay, so let's say a property costs 100,000 divided by 3. You're gonna need to rent that property for $33,000 a year to get your money back in 3 years. Sometimes you can get your money back sooner. Sometimes it takes 4 years. But the point is to have a system of numbers to work with. Okay, so the property is 100,000. You want to get your money back in 3 years. After 3 years, that's $33,000 coming in your pocket. But you have to rent the property for $33,000 a year. You do 33,000 divided by 12. You're gonna have to rent that property for $2,700 a month. Okay, that's not realistic. So you can't do that deal. That's too much money. Okay, now that's a ridiculous number for me in Georgia. That $2,700 a month, that'll get you a penthouse in downtown Atlanta. That'll get you a penthouse on the top floor at the W Hotel. Okay. You know, $2,700 a month. So let's play around with some numbers, right? Get y'all calculator out, because I know some of y'all think I be lying. But I've done this so many times. When I walk a property and I'm looking at it, I can't make these calculations in my head because I've done this so many times. And so now when I'm looking at a property, I can make these calculations quick in my head. I'm like, okay, the property is 20,000. Okay, I'm walking around. Okay, that's going to cost 2,000 to fix that. That's going to cost 5,000. That's going to cost 1,000. Okay, that's gonna cost. Okay, I'm gonna be all in this property. 20,000 to buy it plus the 15,000 in rehab. I'm gonna be 35,000 all in this property. I can make them calculations quick. But for the sake of this video, you need to know what the rents are in your area. Okay, you need to know what the rents are in your area. So what's the rents are in your area? Say the rents in your area are $1,000 a month. You Google a 2-bedroom, 1-bath property. It doesn't matter, condo, single family, it don't matter. 3-bedroom, 1-bath property that's renting for $1,000 a month, right? Damn sun, man. So let's play with these numbers. So $1,000 a month times 12, that's 12,000 a year times 3. That's going to give you 36,000. So basically, we want to be looking for a property in that $30 to $40,000 range to be able to get our money back within 3 years. And so that's kind of the formula that I use. You might can get your money back sooner. You might find a crazy deal for like 15,000, and like the property, you can rent the place out for $900 a month, and you put maybe $5,000 in it. It's got a good roof on it. The plumbing is good. The electrical is good. All you got to do is throw paint on it and put carpet in there. $5,000, and clean up the yard. Boom, $900 a month. Okay, you might find a crazy deal like that. And so, for example, you bought the property for 15, plus you put $5,000 in it. That's $20,000 in that property. Divide that by 3. That's $6,000 a year. And so if you rent the property for $900 a month times 12, you're getting $10,000 a year in rent. And so minus the 6,000, you making $4,000 on that property a year. You know, and then once you don't got your money back out the property, it's just money in the bank, man. It's just money in the bank. It's just free money at that point. They call that infinite returns. That's what they call that, an infinite return. If now you can use your own money, but then when you use other folks' money and then you pay off the other person's money, you give them back their money, and then you just got a property for free. You just sign paperwork. You didn't even use none of your own money. You just signed some paperwork. But I mean, I talk to guys all the time, like they scared to borrow money, or they scared to pay interest. I'm like, why are you scared for it? You ain't paying for it. You don't have to go to work every day to pay back that note. The tenant is paying it. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. But that's the formula. It's not necessarily 50,000, 20,000. You want to be able to collect rent and make a profit. It's just like running a truck. You want to be able to run loads and make a profit. And so knowing your expenses and knowing how much you can spend on a property, that'll dictate what you should be buying. You don't want to go out there and buy a property for 150,000 and rent it out for 700 a month. You ain't gonna make no money. It's gonna take you 10 years to get your money back. No. That's it. What type of fuel card I got? I usually look at the average rents for the zip codes and I factor in what expenses would be. That's it. You got it. It ain't that complicated. My bad, I'm late for the round table meeting. You ain't missing nothing. I'm just making a video, talking shit. I'm just talking shit. Exactly. Know the true rents in the area, then back out all the expenses. Yeah, I mean it's not that complicated. You know, you know, not that complicated at all. And as much money we make in trucking, and then you got money coming in from the rent, and you making trucking money. You put that together, man. You can go buy another property every year. You can buy a new property every year, and that money just start compounding, snowballing like crazy. Before you know it, you collecting enough rent every year. You collecting enough money every year to buy a brand new property without even using none of your money. You got 4 properties. You making $10,000 on each property. You got 40 grand a year coming in. Every year you can buy another property for 40,000. It's fun, man. It's real fun, man. You get 5 properties. That now you got $50,000 a year coming in. Now you can buy. You could probably buy 2 properties. You can find two $25,000 properties. You can buy two $25,000 properties every year. And then it just snowballs. Before you know it, you got 10, 15 properties, man. I mean, that's what I've been doing lately. I mean, there are other ways to do it. You can do wholesaling, and you can do owner financing and stuff like that. And so I've known people to do that. I know a guy who bought a 10 unit apartment building, and he didn't use none of his money. He did owner financing. All it is just management. And so he took over. He bought the property. The owner holds the note, and the owner receives a monthly check. And then the guy, he took over the property, fixed it up, increased the rents, and and pay him off in about 15 years. And after that, the property paid for. Now you got a 10 unit apartment building, just cash flowing like crazy, making $10,000 a month minus about 2 or 3 thousand a month in expenses. You taking home like $7,000 a month, man. It's crazy without even working. Yeah, you're gonna have 1 or 2 tenants, blah blah blah. But it is what it is, man. That's passive money. So you rather go get a job where you taxed it 20, 30%, than you can do real estate and you only taxed it 1%. You choose. It's up to you. You choose. You got a 10 unit apartment building that's an asset that's worth like $1 million. Plus you got the cash in the bank. Plus you got appreciation. Plus you got the 28-year depreciation. Plus if you just got a job, the only thing you got is the job. That's it. All you got is a job. You make 50, 60,000 a year. That's all you got. But I mean, that's how, and you got some mutual funds, and you got some cash in the bank. But what's some decent zip codes that I can research in Georgia? I mean, there's a bunch of zip codes in Georgia. It's a bunch in Georgia. You can look at Rome, Georgia. You can look at Rome, Augusta, Georgia, Macon. What else? You can look at Carrollton, Georgia. I like Carrollton, Georgia, because that's a college town. You can look at what else? Like I'm thinking about all the towns outside of Atlanta, because Atlanta is saturated right now. You ain't gonna find nothing a good price that's, for a first time property, for a first time investor. It's very difficult to find something in the metro city area. So you got to get out of the city. You can check out Columbus, Georgia, um, Augusta, Georgia, Macon, Warner Robins, Jackson, Georgia. These little small towns that's stable. They got good employment, um, and the rents are decent. You know, Griffin, Georgia is decent. Griffin, Georgia, Lovejoy, Griffin, Georgia, and Lovejoy are new upcoming cities. Um, I would look at them. Low Cross. What's Low Cross? I never heard of that. Or you talking about Norcross? Norcross, you're not gonna find nothing in Norcross. That's still metropolitan America, metropolitan Atlanta. You're not gonna find anything in there. That's it's. You're not gonna find nothing in there. You gotta know. You gotta know somebody to get good deals in there. Norcross, Duluth, um, those areas. Those are high income areas. You got to get outside of the city when you're talking about the Metro Atlanta area. Um, you can't even get a lot for 50,000 in Atlanta. I'm just saying, you can't get a lot. But hey, I'm gonna get off here. 4-4. Have you ever thought about looking into Ohio? Real estate ain't bad. Yeah, Ohio, Michigan area, Indiana, Indiana. Those areas are real good. I know some people who invest in those areas. They do really good out there. They're buying properties for 10, 15,000, getting $1,000 a month in rent. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, you can look at Ohio. Those are some great areas. The Midwest is a stable area because it's blue collar. You got all them. You got a lot of companies out in those areas, so the income is good. It's stable. Nah, you ain't gonna mess with for 50,000. You ain't gonna mess with no B class areas. For 50,000, you're gonna be looking at strong C class areas. You're gonna be looking at strong C class. You're gonna you're gonna be at the top of the bottom of the C class, mid C class areas. That's what you're gonna be looking at. They're gonna be strong areas where you're comfortable to walk down the street. However, it these are working class people. Houses go for about 100,000 in the area, about 120, 130,000. And so you can find houses foreclosed for about 40. You can't go in Norcross and find a house that's 200,000 and pick it up for 40 unless you know a wholesaler. Okay. And he gonna try to get it to you for 100. You know, you can't even get a condo in that Duluth, Norcross, um, northeast Atlanta area. Um, it's just tough to do that. Do I feel more risk? No, the risk is all in the management. It all depends on the management. You got to have a strong lease and be firm. That's it. Make sure you have a lease in place. You don't have no lease in place, the risk is, it's no more riskier than anywhere else. Because if you rent out your place to somebody who make 100K, they can lose their job just like somebody making 50K. So you just got to have a strong lease and enforce it. It's all in the management. It's all in the management. And it's just the mindset. You know, people get scared of like renting to Section 8 people, and it's all in the management. No, you're not going. No, you're not going. You're not going to make more money in B class areas because you get more rent. Because what's going to happen is you're going to pay more for the property. You're going to make more money in C class areas because you're going to pay less money up front for the property, and you're going to rent the property out more. It's all in management. You're going to paint the property, you're going to fix the property up, and you're going to make it look like a B class property. And so that allows you to demand more money for rent. I have a property that sits on the street next to like properties that not so good, but since I put a new roof on it, I put new paint, I put new appliances, put new floors down, I'm able to demand $200 more a month for rent. My neighbor next door, he was like, man, you're not going to get $900 a month in rent for that property. I was like, let me show you. I will. I sure did. He's talking about, man, you won't even get $700 a month for it. I was like, whatever. I put that thing on the market. Folk was banging down my door. You pay $900 a month in rent. Because if you rent a raggedy property, you can't demand the rent. You got to have a nice property. Central AC, new appliances, new paint, have a nice yard. I mean, this is common sense. It's better for you to buy a property for $30,000 and rent it out for $900. You're gonna make way more money than trying to buy a property for $150,000 and trying to rent it out for $1,200 a month. You ain't gonna make no money. You might make 2%. You might make 2-3%. But hey, let me get over here, get on down the road this low. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.